We begin in British Columbia, where officials are cleaning up today after a major overnight storm hit along the province's south coast. The storm killed one woman in the Vancouver area and caused a landslide that briefly closed part of the Sea to Sky Highway. CBC's Tricia Kindleman has more details.
Crews from around British Columbia are making their way to the hardest hit parts of the Lower Mainland and Vancouver Island after a windstorm blew through the region. It also left a landslide in its wake. That happened near the area of Brunswick Beach around the Lions Bay area. Now that is right along the Sea to Sky Highway that connects the Vancouver area to Whistler. It is a heavily used highway that was closed for a long stretch of time. It did reopen in the early hours of Sunday morning. It had been initially expected to reopen around midnight, but that deadline was pushed into the morning. BC's Transportation Minister is urging people to avoid traveling around the area. Now, those winds were gusting up to 100 kilometers an hour at times, again, causing all sorts of damage, including leading to one death in the Surrey area after it's believed that a tree struck a person in that community. There's also concern for people's safety at the site of the landslide. Crews were working to try to confirm whether there was anyone inside of a residence that had been covered by that landslide. In addition to those search and rescue efforts, of course, the cleanup will have to get underway. That can't start, though, until crews have looked for any other infrastructure damage or instability in the region. Here's a bit more from the mayor on that process.
We've had a geotech with the Lions Bay Search and Rescue up in a helicopter, has been assessing the situation, and seems that it is stable enough that we will be sending in. We've called upon Canada Task Force 1, search and rescue.
That storm also knocking out power to thousands of customers. At its peak, nearly 280,000 people were without power. That was again across parts of the Lower Mainland and Vancouver Island. Crews have reported some major infrastructure along parts of Saturna Island, along the northern part of Vancouver Island. So there is a good possibility that residents around that area could be without power until the evening. Tricia Kindleman, CBC News, Toronto.